Well, hello everybody. It is I, Annapurna, the Queen of Bones, and today, your game master, as we thankfully get to play Pathfinder 2nd Edition with all of our Half-Pint heroes here. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey everybody.
Aw, sleepy.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking blah excitement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's that?
The last time our party managed to clear the first floor, find a way down to further adventure, pop back to town to update the owner of the fishery, and also get a good little rest, well-deserved rest, and sold some stuff, you know, a bit of shopping. Yeah, freaking Emily Tandavale's all up to date now, and our party here ventured into the next level, dispatching a couple of kobold scouts at the bottom, and well, that's where we left off. But are we all doing well?
Uh-huh.
Took a nap earlier. I'm good.
Same. Well, I slept, so.
I'm just a little sleepy.
Aw. And when you're all sleepy like that, I just want to give you a little freaking squish.
I'm also suffering from success a little bit.
Suffering from success.
Well, I'm lying down in my chair, and there's not really a comfortable way to lie down considering my breasts at the moment.
Oh. Yeah, that is an issue that you have to deal with.
Relatable struggle.
Yeah.
Hello, Rena. And also, hey, Luke. I see you got first on the Twitch side. But yeah, oh my god. So many things to do down here in this exciting place of excitement. So let's waste no more time and let's get to it. We have the little banners that Miles provided, which is really nice. Nobody's allowed to change their Discord name so that you all stay in the same order.
Yeah, I didn't know how you wanted to orient that on the OBS layout. Can be tricky.
Yeah, but yeah, like Red is making progress on the reactives, or at least my one. Hopefully none of you die before we get artwork.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope so too, but yeah, there's people deal out a lot of damage in this system.
Yeah. I'm so excited for that.
Alright, so let me switch the music from Hall of Kings by M. Young to Dungeon Ambience that is from Marshia's music. And now Rena's on Twitch, nice. It's funny, I don't even have notes really at this point because it's pre-written. I'm like, meh.
Get to coast just a little bit.
Yeah. Like I could put the first few sessions on one page. Catchphrases, yippee! Yippee!
I made jokes about having Bears' catchphrase be something like "fuck" earlier, but it occurred to me as I was looking at it again. It's totally yippee.
Honestly,
Yeah.
one of the catchphrases it could be is, "Oh dear."
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Fuck is a very rivet catchphrase.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
There, I made a notes for session 1. There's one session 2 now, right? If we're counting the 0. Our third session, technically.
Yeah. We count it like a coder.
So yes, you want to know my campaign notes so far? Session 0, we meet the new party and start the beginner box bundle, learning a lot about the system and how deadly it can be even with negatives to hit. People kept getting fucking hit even when they were on their like last roll. Freaking session 1, progressing through the module nicely. Bit of shopping, yay. There we go, up to date on all of my very detailed campaign notes.
Hell yeah.
I guess technically at the moment they're module notes still. The stage is set. The players are placed. You have the floor. Campaign notes are a myth. Let's see here. My 150 pages of Dragonfall campaign notes have something to say to you.
Yeah, hold on. Let me check the file size on my Dragonfall notes. 130 megabytes,
Jeez.
and that's of only text files.
Yep, thankfully mine's on the drive. It doesn't take up any room. But it's also there forever, which is what I want. But yes, my freaking Dragonfall campaign notes is 150 pages.
Yeah.
We're beyond notes here. We're making campaign documents.
Truth.
Where we're going, we don't need notes.
All right. There.
It's okay. Right. Anyway. Let's do it.
Yeah. There are quite a lot of kobolds down here.
There is. I wonder what exactly they're doing here.
I do not know. But
Oh, also, no, carry on, actually. Say it in a bit.
I have a feeling we will find out.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, did I mention Kobold's AT experience? I think I said that before we stopped last time.
Yes.
Alright,
Yeah.
so in the back of this room, the northern side, you see a makeshift barricade, much like the one you saw on the floor above, and the only other exit. You can clearly see that there's definitely a passage beyond that barricade, though.
Should we dismantle it quietly this time?
That might be a good idea. There's also a place, an interesting room over here. But the attempt to funnel us that way might be an intentional choice.
Or the barricade blocks something important?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Bears will approach the barricade really quickly. Do they sense with their geologic attunement that there's anything behind it? Or anything moving behind it?
Behind the bag. Perception check? But-
Sure.
You don't, in your little tremor sense, that's it. Hey, wait, oh my god, thank you so much for the raid! The boomerang raid, I suppose. But yeah, thank you so much. You just caught us starting some Pathfinder 2nd edition. Loving it so far. Get comfy, or do any post-stream you need to do. Everyone who came along with. Settle in, we're in for some adventure. I am Maneth, the Queen of Bones, the Mummy Mommy, and of course your Game Master. So yeah. But you don't, nothing, you don't feel any, vibrations in the floor.
Alright.
Make a perception check to check your other senses if you want to.
Sure.
17. Well, you immediately notice when you start, like, concentrating on what's in front of you is that there's a foul stench coming from beyond this barricade, like rotten fish and sweat.
Oh, ew. Something smells.
How does the barricade go all the way up to the top of the wall? Or the ceiling?
There's not much of a gap. But I guess...
Like a kid granny tossing a basketball. Mary's gonna throw Mittens up. Probably bounces off the ceiling a little bit in an attempt to basically get him to be able to look over the barricade.
Oh, okay.
Probably in the air for 2 seconds, not getting a good look, just running into the ceiling for all.
Alright, make a perception check as you're being tossed. Alright, take it, Rena.
Perception. Here's my perception. Here it is.
24.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you notice that smell of the rotten fish and the sweat, but you also hear the faint sound of dripping water coming from somewhere in the distance.
Okay, well, I'm hearing things down there, in addition to the smell of the fish. Probably more of these lizard folk.
nothing to do but get to it, I guess. Bears is gonna
Agreed.
start moving barrels.
Yeah. Virgil's gonna help bears. I think we are the strongest too.
Unless you can't marry.
True.
Apparently has a very high strength score, which is silly as hell.
Little ghost girl.
Yeah.
Mary's gonna go and help start moving barrels.
Okay. Hmm. So I'm trying to kind of GM layer.
Mm.
Understandable.
It was an option in the old version. I'm not finding how now the updated version. It's like, yes, the numbers are very helpful, but also I don't want to see it all the time.
There must be a way to reduce the opacity or something.
Yeah, meant to be on like the layer itself, for, like all maps, but not seeing it. The grid. GM darkness opacity. That's not layout.
Nope.
That's annoying. Also darkness opacity. Draw, text, measure, dice. Total, lighting, dynamic lighting, text. What? That doesn't make sense.
Looking up how to do it.
Yes. And the words GM hamburger layer. I'm like, wait, what?
I mean, hamburgers have layers.
Yes. But there is none.
Oh god.
I had to stop myself.
Ah, found it. The hamburger layer is the 3 horizontal lines at the very top left.
I get it. Like a hamburger,
Fucking
buns,
menu
and
button.
a patty.
There we go. Now the freaking numbered parts of the map are not brighter than
Staring.
everyone. Yeah.
Staring you in the face.
Yeah, that's better. Because I have, in a pop-out, I literally have the version with all the numbers in that, so I know which runes is which. I didn't need it on the actual table. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. We can now continue. What are you doing?
We are trying to quietly break down the barricade.
Okay.
Moving barrels if it's possible, instead of breaking shit.
Okay, yeah, you do that. That's not, doesn't need to check or anything. You take it apart carefully, taking your time. And you clear the passage. Banana.
There is more back there.
And you see gently shifting waters.
There's that frickin'
Bears is slowly moving with caution, trying to
yeah,
pay attention in case there might be somebody or something.
yeah. Wurzel's going with like the defend exploration action.
Hey, come on.
I looked into those.
The defend exploration action.
Basically, I have my shield up while walking, so should combat start, I already get the. It's already raised, and I get the +2 bonus from it.
Oh. Holding action to start combat, basically.
Yeah, like scout exploration action. You're scouting ahead, and if you and a monster roll the same initiative, you get move first because you were being perceptive and scouting ahead.
That's no. It's at least
think
when
it
I'm
is.
looking at Scout, it says at the start of the next encounter, every creature in your party gains a +1 bonus to initiative.
Right.
And avoid notice, you roll stealth for rather than initiative or perception.
Alright.
Bears is
Good.
scouting.
From the looks of this, it seems to be like more of just a very large puddle. Than any sort of body of water. It doesn't look very deep. It's just stagnant water. It's just kind of been sitting here.
tunnel goes 2 ways. There's a more finished place to the right, and there's more rock to the left.
I was thinking with water, this would be a fishing hole. But it is not.
It seems too shallow. Is that
Yes.
fire?
I cannot see that far.
I think there's fire over here.
Fire?
I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh no, please not fire. Where? Where's the fire? Where?
Bears begins walking towards the chamber.
On the far side of the puddle of water is a strange chamber, crackling with magical energy. Pulsing orbs float in 3 of the 4 corners of the room. The orb in the southwest is made of brown earth and stone, whereas the one in the northeast looks to be made of glass and is filled with a swirling cloud. The orb in the far corner holds a roaring flame. Opposite that orb a shadow remains in the water that flows down the passageway to the northwest.
It looks like there's elemental orbs in this room.
I believe we are standing where an orb of water once was.
That makes sense, but where'd it go?
Do not know. Looks at
Sorry,
Bear.
gang. Everything in Bear's character design says touch the rock orb.
Versa looks at the bear. Is like, can you make sense
the
of
rock orb?
this?
The rock orb's over here, right?
Rock orb's
Yeah.
down here.
Or, I mean,
There's
I see a
one.
bunch of them.
Pause!
Yes.
Oh shit.
Quick check-in. Sleepy Maxine, what's Achan doing?
Being sleepy. Okay.
Everyone else went down this way,
Following
and then
everyone.
to here.
Not really awake enough to be making
Oh,
complex decisions.
okie dokie. Alright, this is where we will pause. As soon as you step out from the water, Bears,
Uh-oh.
the flaming orb, the southeast of the room, shatters,
Oh.
and a being of pure flame launches from it, taking the form of a rat. Everyone roll initiative.
A rat! A rat!
A flaming rat.
I was scouting. So you got
Plus
+1 to
one.
initiative, folks.
Wow.
That helps.
Why didn't it? Oh, because I hit the wrong track. I'll put my first thing in.
All right. So if it's a +1, then I'd be at a 17. Right.
Oh no, a rat.
Fire
Oh,
rat.
shit!
I don't like this. Mittens does not like this.
Fun fact: as a tree, Virgil is not weak to fire.
Bully for you. I'm a stuffed animal. The cotton in me is very flammable.
Thank God you're constantly being held by a child whose hands can light on fire at literally any moment.
It's okay. It's totally fine.
All right, Mr. Mittens.
Um,
I guess
Bears
because
rolled a 17, but I accidentally hit the perception check instead of the initiative check using perception, so I didn't get put into the thing.
you
with
rolled
it.
a 17, but it would be an 18 because you're scouting.
I rolled a 16. I was scouting, so it was a 17.
Okay, and same for Mr. Mittens. Like it would be a 16.
Yep.
Now it's a 17.
Me being at 11 doesn't really change much unless something else pops up.
All right.
Well, there's a couple more orbs.
So let's find some appropriate music.
Yippee!
Yippee! Gosh darn it, now I can't help doing that.
Yeah! It's infectious.
That's from frickin' what's it?
It is a reference to Lethal Company
That was it.
and the loot bugs.
Yeah, it's like, it's not Repo.
Nah.
Isn't the original is that one like German kid who's like really excited about something, right?
He's very excited about being able to play Fortnite and drink Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Yippee.
God.
Ich jetzt Fortnite und drink Cola. Yippee!
Yeah.
Frickin' I saw a German VTuber recreate that.
I've been playing a lot of Hades 2 recently,
Ooh,
and one of the minor enemies says yippee.
You know what? It may be made of fire, but still, rap battle.
Rattle.
From
Fake rattle and roll.
tabletop audio. All right, Aki. Spicy rat has emerged. It is your turn.
Let's see. I don't think I prepared. Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm going to use one action to stride.
Oh yeah.
Wait, how? I mean, is this? Can I even make it? No, I can't. So I guess I'll just. I guess I can just stride to someplace else within, like, the room. So I'll, like, just go over here. And yeah, I think. Wait, I do have an attack spell. I don't really do a lot. I'm going to use Tanglevine. But I can remember that I have to click it on the sheet in the Roll20. Or actually, no, right. I did not prepare. Oh, no, it's Tanglevine for my apparition spells. Duh. Wow. 19?
19. Yes.
Okay. The target takes a minus 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speeds for 1 round. And it can attempt to escape on its turn against my spell DC. That's all. That's 3 actions
Alright.
total.
Whose heart bears stone?
Bears is gonna walk right up to it. With stride. Not stride. Is it stride?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, it's stride.
Stride.
Walk right up to it.
Which always makes me think like everyone does the freaking I stride, then you do the freaking Dr. Livingston or whatever it is. Freaking Can you make me a fortitude save, please?
Ooh, sure.
As you enter the cloud of smoke that surrounds the Cinderat.
15.
You fail and you start to cough.
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
you take
Smoker's
minus
lung.
1 status penalty to all checks and difficulty checks for 1 round.
Oh boy. Does that include attack rolls?
All checks, and I guess it's an attack roll and a check. And
I think. That.
minus checks means just skills. But I guess you're technically checking to see if you hit
Yeah.
them.
Because clumsy gives a stats
They are
penalty.
different types of checks, so yes.
Yeah.
Looks like. Okay, so.
Oh, and also both you and the rat are concealed
Oh.
because of the smoke.
Yeah, okay. Still gonna. That doesn't change my plans too much, but Bears hikes her shield and throws a rock.
Ooh.
27 minus 1 is 26 to hit.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Rat? What rat?
The one under the rock.
Patrick, is that you?
It's not just a boulder.
Oh.
Hold on, I need a flat check from you first.
Okay. Is there any modifier to a flat check, or do I just roll a d20 here?
Let's roll a d20.
All right.
10.
10.
It's fine, you hit crit.
Yeah. Okay. Is that for the concealed?
Yes.
That rolls. Concealed always does something.
Mm-hmm.
Critical this. 7 times 2 is 14 damage.
14 damage.
Bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning damage. Okay. That definitely hurt.
Damn.
Alright, that was 27. Okay. Right. Is that was your two action one, right?
That was my 1 action 1 because I had to stride and then I hefted my shield for the AC bonus.
Shield. Okay, yeah.
S-
Master Mittens!
Well, Mary sees Fire Rat.
Mary had a little problem.
Drops Mr. Mittens in there.
In the water,
Haste.
just
Starts Mr. Mittens in the water, you start seeing the spilt water just start to soak into him.
Alright, she's gonna stride twice. Get over there.
Alrighty,
So
I need that fortitude save. As she enters the smoke. It's odd because she's a ghost girl, but still.
yeah, I don't know if Eidolons have the whole don't need to breathe thing, but fortitude save, sure.
You're
I
fine.
think she's fine at a +8.
Wait, +8. Wait, hold on. I lied. That's a failure.
Wait, 20 is a failure?
I saw 20. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I checked the sheet. 22. I'm like, oh.
22?
Okay. Alright. Cool. Yeah, welcome to Pathfinder, everyone, where the numbers are big.
Nice playing with y'all.
Alright.
Alright. I need to check something here.
-1 to checks and DCs.
What's recall knowledge? Like if I wanted to look at this thing and see if I know anything about this creature, what would that be?
Oh, I mean, it's technically an elemental. Wait, where's my quick reference? Recall knowledge.
Like I tried looking at actions and stuff, but it wasn't any of the listed stuff.
Yeah, because it's under multiple things. Like Arcana has it, Crafting has it, Nature has it.
If you're untrained, you can recall knowledge, but don't know what it is. I imagine it'd be an action or something to like study a creature.
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, here we go. Elementals, Arcana, or Nature.
See here. Well, I can do both. But it is an action, I assume, correct?
Yeah, it should be listed on your sheet under the other actions. Or generic actions, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, again, I looked at basics,
Oh,
wasn't there. I looked at specialty basics, wasn't there. I looked at exploration, wasn't there.
I'm gonna pin that.
That's why I'd been asking.
Yeah, sorry,
it's-
I'm just... Thought I knew, and then I looked again. I guess you just roll the skill involved
Yeah,
with
oh,
it.
you got it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, a 2. For a total of 8.
Because, like, just a skill check is an action.
I do have dubious knowledge, so long as it's not a crit failure, I still learned the 2 fact thing previously.
Yes.
so looking up, apparently it does take it. It's a one action thing.
Okay, that's it. I just figured it was an action. I just didn't know if it might have been like a 2 action thing, which I wouldn't have had. Anyways, but yes, so I don't know if that's a crit failure or not with that.
Hold on. It's a DC based on the level. So... It's not a crit failure.
Okay, so dubious knowledge comes into effect. When I fail, but don't critically fail, I recall a knowledge check. I learn the correct answer and an erroneous answer. So I imagine I learned 2 different facts about this thing, one of which is false and one of which is true.
You know that the Cinder Rat is completely immune to the sleep condition. You also learn that the Cinder Rat is completely immune to the paralyzed condition because of their being made of fire.
All right, it's either immune to being put to sleep or paralyzed. Can't remember which. I don't think any of us do that, but that's the game. That's all of my actions.
And as a general thing, you imagine that it probably can't get past the water. Being made of fire.
Makes sense. Yeah, no. Look, the door's closed because there's lots of noise going on over there. You're gonna have to be inside for a bit.
Alright. Beep.
Rat time.
Rat noises, but also like made by fire, so it's just like they'd be like it's like fucking fiery.
It's like the
roller.
crackling of a fire.
Yes. And you see its teeth are freaking red hot. Bears, you heard it. So it's gonna fuck you
Sure
up
did. Uh-oh.
as it just goes in to try and bite you.
Uh-oh. Have my shield
Ooh,
up at least.
That's 21.
Well, that's higher than that.
You take 6 fire damage.
Ow.
Whoops, I didn't mean to roll that. You also now take 4 persistent fire damage
Ow.
as you are immediately ignited.
Ow, 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 ow!
Mary just looks at you. Ooh, pretty.
Bug types are weak to fire. No.
And then gonna try and bite you again.
It's uh-oh. Surely this won't kill me.
That's 22.
I lied.
Yeah, the persistent damage doesn't happen until the end of the player's turn, so or the whoever creature is affected by it.
Yeah. But the 9 fire damage from that bite is instant.
I am
Welcome to
down
Dying
for
One.
the count. Ow.
You hear like a Balrog roar, but rat-sized, like in victory. But all like smoldering and fiery. And then it's gonna try and bite Mary. 8. I think that misses. Well, that was the rat's turn.
Yeah. Urzel, let's see. Well, barely seeing bears go down because of the smoke. The step. The 2 action heal on bears.
Alright, can you roll me a flat d20 check, please?
I have to do that to affect him. Oh boy.
Wait, let me check the ability.
I am also concealed, I believe.
Yes, whoever's in the smoke has the conceal condition.
Oh boy. 5.
DC 5. Okay, yeah, that succeeds.
Okay, so 10 hit points.
I'm up.
Wounded.
Wounded, but up.
Wounded 1.
Fucking 2 on the dice. That's with the step and the twin action. That's all I got.
And here's the
You
thing.
really can't fuck around in Pathfinder, huh?
Are
you
you
can and
also
will
still
find
on
out.
fire?
I think so. Nothing says the persistent damage ends when I go down. Right?
I don't think it does.
Stop, drop, and roll is a thing, but I don't think that applies here.
I have an idea for next turn, but I don't have the 2 actions to cast Rousing Splash, as it literally cold water splashes down on my ally's head. I wonder if that would cancel it out. Yeah, target can also attempt an immediate flat check to recover from a single source of persistent fire acid or fire damage.
And someone else can also try to pat you down. Alright. So you moved and then 2 action heal. Cool.
Yes.
John!
Okay.
I hear you.
This is a situation. I guess I'll stride. And I have to roll that fortitude save, right?
Yes, please.
And fortitude. I rolled a 20, but that doesn't succeed.
No, you have the -1
Okay.
to checks and DCs.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna use my embodiment of battle spell that I used before. It basically just counteracts that, but I get a +1 to damage if I hit. And I'm gonna swing my katana.
Okay.
25, natural 20.
Nice! Can you roll me the flat d20 check first, please?
Yes.
8, you're fine. You fucking... You do the fucking draw cut. Just shing!
uh,
In the smoke, everyone outside the smoke sees the light catch the blade and there's a slight shimmer within it.
how do crits work? You double.
You roll the damage, then double that. So yeah, that's 10.
12, right? Because of the spell. Gives me +1 to damage.
Oh, yeah. That would be a 6, which becomes 12, yeah?
Let me see. Wait. Yeah, attack and damage rolls. Yeah, so that would be double. Well, that's my turn. I used an action when I each.
It is starting to drip lava. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Bears, your conscious again, wake up!
I am on fire.
You wake up
Bears is gonna.
and you look up the ceiling, but you just see fire either side of your vision, and you're just like, this is... Actually, no, this is not fire.
This is not good.
Bears stands up. My kinetic element aura is off because I went unconscious. They're gonna start walking away and putting out the flames if they can.
You can
So that would
certainly
be-
try.
Stride and trying to do that, so I'm gonna get to water.
You get the water. The rat is not trained in retaliation, so you get away just fine.
Good. What can I do to put out the flames? Is there like a check or an action or?
Persistent damage. It's a flat check, I'm afraid.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna lower the DC though, because you're in water.
Okay. Okay.
The Yep.
That's a 5.
That is 5. You're still on fire.
Yeah, ow. Okay. That's
Thankfully, if you get persistent damage more than once, you only keep the higher of the two.
okay.
You only
So
take
it's only
4.
1d4. Okay.
Oh, it rolled it when I rolled the attack.
Okay. I see.
But I guess rolling the damage is also kind of tasty. I mean, that's what it says you should do.
That's what it says.
Yeah, roll the d4 for me.
Okay.
Hooray!
It
Everything
doesn't matter.
fine.
I rolled max.
You're standing in water, but the upper part of your body is on fire.
Yeah. I'm gonna need to stop, drop, and roll for real.
It's okay. I can help you next turn.
Thank you. I do have healing potions, so if I do get this fire out, I will be okay.
I'll give you a D4 of temp HP as well as basically just drop cold water on top of you.
You're
You can
also
re-roll that check.
you're also on fire within 5 feet of Mr. Mittens.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
I see this bug that's on fire just come barreling towards me. They're just like, no. And I just splash water. I'm going to use an action to try to put bears out.
Alright, okay. That's a flat d20. Again, you're getting the same in water DC lowering.
Am I rolling it or are you? You are rolling it.
Mary
That's probably
rolls
for the
it.
best.
Alright, so the DC for helping someone with this is 10.
Thank fucking God.
To put yourself out, it's DC 15. I lowered it to 10 as like a -5 water bonus. So yeah, you definitely succeed because it was down to a 5 for you to help put them out.
My lord.
All right, so that's one of my actions. Next action, Mary's just gonna go full ham on this guy with her Furious Strike. So she's gonna make 2 attacks. Well, it's a single attack that counts as 2. 2 action attack thingy. I don't know. Does it have to be? All right, cool. It doesn't have to be her main attack. She's going to use her normal non-flaming claw because even Mary realizes a thing made of fire probably isn't going to be hurt by fire. So I think she still has the -1 from the coughing. So it's whatever this is, -1.
Oh, make another 42.
Oh, look. All right. Wow.
Okay.
Well, at least I rolled good on the check to put out bears.
Yes.
She's not used to using her left hand. It throws her off. So, yep. Absolutely whiffs.
Swiping through the smoke and whiffs. Pissed off
Okay.
little fire rat. Wait, hold on. Just double checking. You did say they were going all out, so that was the 2 action attack, right?
Yes, that was the
Okay,
Furious Strike.
just making
I
sure.
have no more actions.
Yeah. All right. Achan, unfortunately, Angry Fire is gonna be trying to bite you.
Yeah,
21? The fuck?
that hits me.
Damn.
For
That
how
is
much?
12 fire damage.
Ow.
It rolled max damage.
Alright. I didn't know I'd be using this spell for this lately.
Fucking little mini boss in this room. Damn.
Yeah.
It's like it's always happened. It's like you have this boss character that gets absolutely stomped on, and then it's like, oh, here's the little minion that somehow just destroys the party.
10 misses.
Fire Rat MVP.
6 misses even harder.
Does that have persistent fire on it?
Yeah, a d4 at the end of your turn if you still have it.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. 4. That is its angry little turn.
So, first, after seeing bears go out, turns towards the rat, sees his friend on fire, is like, no. And I'm going to attempt to target Achan with Rousing Splash, so
Roll me a
DC.
d20. You're
12.
fine.
Alright, so cold water comes from above you as you can immediately, and you get 4 temp HP. And you can immediately attempt a check to recover from the fire damage with the DC reduction from appropriate assistance.
Huh. Okay.
Oh, so it's down from the 15 to the 10.
Yes.
Nice.
9. Whatever.
Damn it.
Well, at least the temp HP will tank it for you. Problem is, Paul, I can cast that on you again. You're immune to the temp HP for 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna single action seed pod this thing. So, check to see if I can hit it. 7.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. 14 to hit.
14 misses. Zoom.
Freaking little acorn or walnut goes high.
Alright.
Okay,
Is that all 3?
that's my 3 action.
Mhm.
Yeah, rousing splashes 2. And seed pods 1.
Achan.
Okay, well, there's not really much to do at the moment, but try to kill this thing. I'll continue my embodiment of battle spell so I can keep my bonuses, and yeah, 18.
18. Yes, but I do need that flat d20 first. Ooh. Unfortunately, unable to Find your mark in the smoke that
Okay, well. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna stride away then.
Okay.
And then take that 4 damage.
I'll make your D20 check for putting yourself out. After the
Does that
D4 of
happen
damage.
automatically?
Yeah, okay, so yeah, so it's you take the persistent damage and then you make the check to see if you recover from it.
Oh, I see.
Prepared browsing splash for the day. I didn't think I'd be using it in this manner.
Okay. Yeah, you recover from it. You do need to
Okay.
take the D4 damage first.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, it's
Alright.
when you take the persistent damage that you make the check.
Yes, I get it.
I'm still learning.
Say, shit, ha! Who's rolling the D4?
Maxine rolls the D4.
Oh. Why?
For the persistent damage.
Oh.
You take the 4 and then you make the check for the recovery. But you're fine now. You no longer have that.
Oh.
Browsing splash tanked it.
Oh yeah, 'cause you got 14 HP, so it only gets rid of the
I thought
damage.
I thought it was just flat 4 for a second.
Oh no, it tells you the damage dice the person has to roll for the persistent
I
damage.
see.
Yeah. We're still new to the system, it's fine. Alright. Bears!
Bears is gonna reactivate their kinetic aura. As a part of that action, they're gonna make a 1-action ranged elemental blast on the thingy.
That's good safety right there.
Mm-hmm. Bears has decided that distance is key. It is concealed though, so 4 on the concealment flat check.
Yeah, oof. Fire into the smoke. You don't know if you hit or not.
All right, again.
Another D20 first. Make the D20s first, because I want people to roll in a crit, but then roll low on the D20 check.
You right. Okay.
You miss.
Whew. Then Bears is gonna use an action to drink a healing potion. If I can navigate to
Drink
my...
that potion. Drink that potion.
Okay.
Drink that. Drink that potion.
Love it. Okay. That's
You
better than nothing.
you go. You start. You tip it, and you're ready to go like the full glug 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 glug. But you sort of go glug glug. And it's just sucking on air. As you're like, the hell? You notice there was a leak in the bottle, and you only got a little bit of potion.
Also, it's not really designed for Cirque necessarily, and they've got mandibles. Like, drinking from a bottle is difficult.
And with a shell like that, it's hard to lean back and just pour it in.
Yeah, it's. But hey, a little bit.
Oh my god. Bears is gonna need a drinking potions straw.
Oh my god. Oh, somebody's got to make them a silly straw. Somebody get this motherfucker a silly straw that says Yippee right now.
It doesn't say yippee. It's one of those straws that spell something out with the curves in it.
Yes, exactly.
Yippee! And as such,
Alright,
you actually have
that's
to
my
hold
turn.
anything you try to drink with it at arm's length because it's too long. Anyway, it's the mittens. No one is on fire near you.
Excellent. I do not like it when things are on fire next to me. I'm going to cast Protect Companion. Really wish I could figure out they had a way to just put the spells. So this is an action, 30 feet, targets my Eidolon. Until the start of my next turn, they have a +1 bonus to their AC. And I can use a reaction to basically do a life block, which is like the raise your shield damage reduction, but it does 10 damage instead of 5.
Whoa.
And then that's a single action, and then 2 actions. Mary is going to Fury Strike again with her left hand. Do I make the Fortitude save at the beginning of my turn or the end of my turn?
Oh,
Or the coughing?
beginning of the turn.
Still coughing. No, here's the Fury Strike -1.
Ooh. Damn.
Mary just, despite being part fire person, Mary's just not doing well in this thing.
The dice just don't want you. Like, they just don't want it.
I think the best thing I've rolled was the roll to put out bears, which is more related to Mitten's health than anything else. Just like, nope, 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 nope.
And somehow, despite little pause, you're able to cup enough water to just tidal wave bears.
You just full body, like, sploosh and splash them. Like, Cinderrat turns to the only thing who dares be within range of its anger. And it's gonna try and bite Mary. 17.
Nope. She has a 19 AC right now.
Oh, wow. 7, wow. What? Natural 1.
The fire beings can't hit each other.
It's the cartoon just like slap fight going on over there now.
It's funny, the third attack was a nat 1, but rolled max damage on both the damage and the crit damage. It's like, what the fuck? There is no middle here. Like,
What to do, what to do, what to do. Screw it. I'm going full ham on this frickin' rat. Oh. Roll the d20 to see if I hit. 8. As a divine lance shoots out. 16?
misses.
Okay. So I still have an action, and I'm going to. God. I have to roll another d20.
Yeah.
All right. 14. This one's at -5 due to multi-attack. Another 16. Where was that 17 for the Divine Lance? Huh? That's everything Wurzel's got as. And I am much better up close.
Yeah, that is nope. 60. Not hitting.
Rolled a 17 for the seed pod at the -5 when I needed that for fucking Divine Lance.
Yep. Yeah, the dice aren't liking anyone at the moment. They seem to be not doing anything. Alright, so that was all 3.
Yep.
Achan.
Oh, this is bleak. I'm gonna. I'm gonna cast command.
Okay.
Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No one's saying anything, so.
Said you cast command.
Yes. Will save.
We'll save. Okay. Come on, rat.
Fail, rat.
18.
Fuck you, rat.
This rat's not fucking around.
Does it still do something on a success?
No. Yeah, that's like literally everything that I have, so.
Oh, okay.
This rat is so dumb.
Yeah. This doesn't understand.
What the fuck is up with the rat?
Concealed, it has stupidly high AC. It hits
I am
way too
tempted to
hard.
drop a rousing splash on it, but it's like, that would heal it, even though it's water being dropped on its head.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna use a 2-action elemental blast from here.
Plan check.
Yeah,
6.
you have a chance.
Hey! Okay.
You.
Man!
Yep. There it went.
1-action elemental blast from here.
Yay!
Fuck!
No.
This is fucking unbelievable.
We were all high on to hit him, but we get the frickin' hey, concealed says no.
It's like
Or the it's if it's not one thing, it's the other fucking thing. It's like having disadvantage. The
You're-
worst.
it's like Burrs is currently doing that fucking key spam move into the smoke that never works. It's like da-da-da-da-da.
I'm about to start just hucking 3 1-action elemental blasts at this thing until something hits it.
I wonder if the concealer would like trick your tremor sense thing.
I mean, hold on. I'll
I
look
just
at the
don't know how
condition
often you
while
can do
you
that.
take your turn.
Yeah.
I can do that every time I have my thing up. It just takes an action to activate.
And I believe it also is like vague direction.
It's like sound rather than sight.
I'm gonna once again single action protect companion, double action furious strike.
You
Save
got this.
verse. Oh, fortitude save first. 18. Nope.
No.
Jesus.
Again, it's like a 22 save. I need a 14 to make it, or Mary does. Mittens had just no chance.
Now the flat d20.
I mean, I don't think 17 hits anyways, but here's the...
No, it doesn't.
18 AC on it.
Always roll your d20 flat first.
This
Not
thing's
used
got
to it.
as much AC as somebody in chainmail.
I mean, Mary's currently at a 19 AC, so, you know, just a couple of high AC people going at it. Yep, that's it for my turn.
Okay,
Bears
rat.
can literally cover itself in rocks and will have a lower AC than this thing. Rat
20.
time. If Mary's in the aura, isn't she concealed too? So doesn't the rat have to do the same thing?
Unfortunately, it has smoke vision.
Oh, well, fuck me, I guess.
You said 20?
Yes.
Yes, she has an AC of 19 right now.
Okay.
She does have, through her energy heartbeat, resistance 1 to fire.
Okay, so it would be 5 fire damage down to 4. And then that d4 of persistence.
That'll happen at the end of my next turn, right?
Yes. But also, don't you now set on fire as well, kind of, with the way it's linked? Like, you don't literally, but you feel it.
No. I mean, so the damage is taken by her, so my vulnerability doesn't apply.
Yeah, I mean, just like in terms of sensations of that shared.
Oh, yeah,
HP pool,
Mr. Mittens absolutely feels like he's on fire, but...
Yeah. Anyway, second bite. Nope. Definitely not. Yeah, I thought you had that shield reaction thing from the Protect Companion.
Yeah, the issue is it blocked 4 damage, or she took 4 damage. I can block 10 with the reaction. I can't do it again for 10 minutes if I do that. And I take 5
10
damage.
minutes. Okay, never mind, yeah.
So here's the thing with that spell. It's 1 action, and I get the life block. The spell's target would take damage. Reduce the triggering damage by 10, but I lose 5 hit points. So there's no point in reducing 4 damage if I'm going to take 5 damage anyways. That's not.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't know that.
So we're like, oh, that's... Yeah, it's... Basically, I'm using a bit of my life force to reduce potentially 10 damage down or to 5.
That kind of makes it like a normal shield block in that sense.
Yeah.
Nice.
Targets Mary with rousing splash. So let's see how much HP she gets. 1 temp HP, but she can make an assist save to get rid of the fire.
Alright, set the flat d20 for Miles.
Yeah.
At D20 from... I mean, again, persistent fire damage doesn't really matter to Mary. She's resistant to fire. She is fine.
Yes.
Have you told Verzel that?
She literally sets herself on fire to attack.
Anyway, let's see if I can hit the dang rat with a seed.
No.
I
Oh, wait, no, that's the flat d20. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I keep rolling perfect on the frickin' conceal checks, but I cannot hit for the life of me. 17.
One short.
Yep. Story of my life.
Fucking rat.
It's fucking rat. I'm with you there.
Well, that's all 3 of my actions.
You're just blasting at it, and this fucking rat's just sitting there like.
Basically.
Mm-hmm. There's not even like a point in going in there because I'm just not gonna roll high. This is not like no one can roll an 18 apparently.
Yeah, the dice are being real fickle.
You say fickle, I say fucking.
But there's also no point in just doing fucking nothing, so I'm just gonna stride, maintaining my spell, and I'm gonna attack it because fuck it.
Right, d20 first.
21st. Fucking. And it doesn't even matter.
Oh my god, this fucking smoke.
That's my turn.
I'm about ready to bust out bless on this because Jesus.
Yeah, we could have done with that a while ago, yeah.
Oh.
Didn't expect it to be this tough.
Yeah, and it's the one casting of it I got.
Would it be possible for me to use my kinesis in order to create a channel of water towards this thing and douse it in water? Because I have the extended kinesis thing, which allows me finer control over rocks and shit. And I have the ability Sculpt, which allows me to shape existing element into an object of my design that I choose, such as a channel.
Oh, you only do that with a rock though, so you'd have to somehow.
The floor is made of stone.
Yeah, I'm just more thinking about how you would then force the water to go up and then along it. I
Oh,
like
those
the idea,
platforms are
though.
raised, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I'd have to figure out how to. No. Okay.
I like the idea though.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Elemental blast. It is.
That's gonna defeat the smoke.
Fuck. Again.
Dice, come on. Come on,
Fuck.
dice.
Dude. Come on. This is so. It's. Holy shit, dude.
Need 2 consistently good rolls. I know it's asking a lot from you guys, but come on. You're making Maxine sad, and I don't like that.
I don't dislike it.
I'm gonna have to retool bears into a fire fucking kineticist just to do this.
Bears goes from being an earthbender to a firebender. It's
Mhm.
fine.
Wouldn't you want to be a waterbender in this fight?
In theory, but can you imagine being on the opposite side of this if that just fighting random dudes? And oh, by the way, you have a 1 in 4 chance to just miss your shot no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, that smoke is some bullshit.
It is.
But of course, because it's an elemental and it's making the smoke, it's immune to its own thing.
Also, if bears were fire, bears could. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it is, but there's something or other I can do with my. If it were an earth elemental, this fight would be going differently. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yes. Alright, Mr. Mittens.
Fortitude save for Mary.
Yay!
-1. Oh, I forgot because the choking is -1 all these checks and stuff. I need a 15 to make this save. This is fine. Nope. Alright. Once again, protect companion and furious strike.
Oh, please roll me the d20. Yay!
Thank the
That's a
fucking
hit.
Lord.
We did it! It's been 3 turns, but we did it!
All right, so furious strike. This is so this will be 2d6 plus 5. Ah. Nope. 10 slashing damage. It's not as high as her fire claws could put out because those are d8s, but fire to a fire rat,
Yeah. Alright, it appears to be leaking heavily now.
Excellent. That is all my actions. Mary's going to take her d4 of damage.
And I roll that d4, then minus the
2.
1.
So she takes only 1 damage, and then it's a check, right?
Yep, flat check.
She is not in the water, so.
But hey,
Still on fire.
She doesn't care.
The rat takes offense to you clawing. $29.
Yeah,
jeez.
absolutely hits. That does beat her AC by 10, so it's a crit.
Oh yeah, she's at
She's a 19 AC.
19 by 10 or more, isn't it? Yeah. It's exactly
Yes.
on the 10 mark. So that crit damage is 12.
Let's see here.
It's still fire damage, still minus 1.
So it'd be 11. I take 11 damage. I'm going to use my reaction to reduce it by 10. So it's the 1 fire damage, but then I take 5 because of the reaction. So it's instead of taking 11, I take 6.
Well, it doesn't she have resistance 1, so it'd just be the 5?
Well, no, because it was 12, right? Reduced to 11 because of the resistance.
Yes, we had already taken the 1 off before you took the 10 off. That was, yep. Alright.
Right, and now I can't use that reaction. I can't use that again for like a full 10 minutes, I think.
Okay. Second strike.
Yeah. The spell ended, so she no longer has the +1 to AC. She's just 18.
Okay. None of those hit.
Okay.
Verzel.
He is. Virgil is just like. I don't know how to describe it. Just. Let's see if I can. It says that if I move here is 25 in. So. He is going to stride his. To here. I'll make that fortitude save. 25.
You succeed.
And I am going to just raise my sickle on this thing, so 11 for the flat check of conceal.
Nice.
And now natural 1.
Oh.
But I've got my second strike.
Yep. Another 20. Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
Miss.
Taking psychic damage.
Yeah. Okay. That's Versal.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who saves against the fortitude. I can't hit for shit.
Okay.
That beats
I
it.
can
So yeah,
add a
that works.
18.
In one short. Damn
One short? What?
it. Yeah, the.
Its AC is 18, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. But your fortitude save, sorry. For the coughing.
No, I have a +1 to my attack rolls from my spell.
Oh, so it wouldn't matter
So we've
either
been
way.
just canceling it out.
Oh, right, yeah, and that one also doesn't affect attack rolls, it's other skills and checks. Sorry,
Yes.
I had a moment. Yeah, that works.
Okay. 11 damage.
How would you like to dispatch the rat?
Into fucking tiny pieces. This fucking rat. Until it is unrecognizable as a rat.
Every little crack in that charcoal skin of it, you just carve down each and every one of it, just completely splitting down those fractures in its hide, and it crumbles into teeny tiny little charcoal pieces.
Just slump to the floor. That was a lot.
We're not out of combat yet.
Why, rat? Scary.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Take 30 and I can heal everyone.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Mary's gonna go over and
Did
roll in the water.
Has bears had their wounds looked at recently?
No, Bears is still wounded.
Right. I mean, this is our first encounter of the day that we're
Yeah.
wounded, right? So yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
we can do a treat wounds on him. On her.
so yeah, I'll do 20 minutes of resting and then use Garden of Healing for everyone to be near me. Which is going to be let's see, what's it slash roll?
Slash roll. Not working. Yeah.
25 healing to everyone,
There we go.
Yeah,
and then
figured.
take another 10 to get that focus point back.
Thank you.
Thank you, Achan. I appreciate it a lot.
How much XP do we get from the fucking immortal rat?
There we go. Pilot
That
chocolate.
wasn't a rat. That was a fucking phoenix.
Yeah, true.
Okay,
It's like,
right.
Yeah. Skaven.
The one rat alone was worth both those kobolds. It's another 80 experience.
Wow, just 80. Crazy.
Yeah,
Freaking the one encounter took us like 2 hours.
it was the dice.
Oh my god,
Fuck
it's
those
break
dice.
time.
It's break time, yeah.
I mean, it was all right
Holy
by the time we
shit.
got to the encounter, so.
Hour and a half on a rat.
Spicy
I
rat.
mean, to be fair, it was a magical rat.
That's not a rat, that's a hell demon.
Yeah, what? Behind the rat?
So, feeling the fate of the fire rat and having seen the shattered water orbs water for yourself, there are 2 other elemental orbs in this room. When we come back from break, I may describe more about them. This room is not yet done.
Yippee! That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, unfortunately, if this is gonna trigger another combat, I don't know if that would stop bears from touching the orb, so someone else is gonna need to do it.
Let's not touch the freaking orbs.
Geokineticist.
I mean, these orbs have been chill since you got in the room. It's just this one's been an asshole.
Yeah,
Looking at it now, to be fair,
who's to
okay.
say, though?
Break first.
Yeah. Enjoy your 10 minutes. Get your hydrations.
Mm-hmm.
And see you when you get back. Okay, we are back. You have defeated the mighty rat. And you are left in a room with two very magical looking orbs.
Fire one broke, I'm assuming.
Fire one's broke. Water one's broke. Plot is banned.
Is there some sort of check Virgil can do to see if those other orbs are also prisons for shit they don't?
You do have that aura spell prepared, right?
Read aura? Yeah.
Yeah. That might help with magic.
Yeah. Focus on the target object, opening your perceived magical auras. When the cast is complete, you know if the item is magical. You or anyone you advise about the aura gets a +2 bonus to identify magical item. So detect magic is like, oh, there's something magical in here. Okay, that seems magical. The aura does read magic. Someone can identify the type of magic item.
I mean, I have detect magic.
Yeah.
So the air orb is filled with swirling clouds, and you can see like the air around it. You can see parts of it like vapor trailing as it's like swirling around the orb. The earth orb, basically it looks like it's grinding upon itself on the inside, and yes, these little bits of rock are floating around it.
Kind of like Bears' kinetic aura.
Yeah. It takes 1 minute to cast Read Aura. And Virgil will do that with the Earth Orb in front of him to get a determine the school of magic and help anyone identify it further.
Hmm. Looking at these, I imagine it'd be Arcana to help identify these things, correct?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to use Pocket Library, one of my spells. It's a 3-action spell. While he does that, lasts 24 hours. I'm going to choose Arcana. You collect information from the world's libraries about a particular subject and store it in an extra-dimensional library. When you cast this spell, choose any skill in which you are at least trained that has the Recall Knowledge action. During the duration of this spell, you can call forth a tome from the extra-dimensional library when attempting a Recall Knowledge check with your chosen skill. This is part of the action to recall knowledge. You must have a free hand to do so. The tome appears in your hand, open to an appropriate page. This grants you a +1 status bonus on the Recall Knowledge check. If you roll a critical failure on this check, you get a failure instead. Once you reference a book from your pocket library, the spell ends.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Rivet would have killed for that.
Rivet didn't need
It
it.
is fun.
Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Aw, hey Night Owl.
I think the main thing about it is that it takes any crit fail and turns it into just a failure, which pairs well with my dubious knowledge feat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I now have Pocketbook.
I detect the school of magic upon this aura. Or orb.
No idea now. Alright, you detect it. You don't... There is no school of magic.
Oh.
They are just clearly magical. But it appears they weren't, like, cast in traditional means.
Well. Either way, that's a +2 bonus to Miles on helping out with identifying magic on the item, so woohoo.
This means with the book and that +2, I'm at a +9 to Arcana.
$17? You learn 2 things. This is an elemental orb. Blah blah blah. Okay. These elemental orbs are used to contain elementals for summoning. The elemental orbs are one-time use blessings of the associated appropriate deity relating to that element and can give a blessing. Like, not a god, but like the aspect of the element itself.
Okay. So elemental orbs, they track elementals inside them, and they can be one-time use to get a blessing of the aspected element. I don't know why that made us fight a fire rat, so come over here to check out this orb. Because it broke after we killed the rat.
Yep, it is shattered. There is fire still on the floor, though.
Ah, nope. Would not go near it. I'm a stuffed fucking animal. I'm not going near that fire.
Like, there's still, like, bits of, like, liquid flame on the floor.
You would think,
Okay. Go ahead.
you would think there would be more fire if it broke just like the water orb.
Fire can be contained until the fire spreads. Water, unless you put it in a box, is going to go all over the place. It's water. We've been getting close to the other 2 orbs, but they haven't released any creatures. So the question is, are they harmless? Would we touching them give us the blessing of those elements. Bears, you like Earth?
That's permission.
Bears walks forward to the earth orb.
Do you touch it?
They're kind of. They've gotten the party into a bit of trouble so far, so they're kind of tentative to do it. But
I
not
mean, Mittens-
seeing anybody
Mittens
immediately
basically-
tell them no. They're slowly raising their hand, which looks a little bit like the front claws of a mantis, up towards the orb, and kind of looking like seeing if anybody's telling them to stop. And if nobody does, they place it on the orb.
Mittens told him to do it. Achan said stop.
You have no idea what could be in those things. And this one almost killed us, so I'd prefer it if you didn't go all willy-nilly touching things.
It
As
could
much
also be
as
beneficial.
I like goofing off.
Maybe I can. Hold on.
Bears closes their eyes and focuses on their kinetic gate within them, the source of their elemental power, and attempts to attempts to use it to sense the motive of the elemental, get that connection to the earth elemental plane to sense the motive of the elemental trapped within the orb.
Okay. Go ahead and sense motive.
The GM attempts a single secret perception check for you and compares the result to the deception DC of the creature.
Oh, right. What is your...
My perception modifier is +5.
You sense no will from this thing.
As in, like, I don't sense an elemental presence at all, or what?
The
Or
orb
there's
just
something there, but I
vibing.
don't know what it is. Oh, it's just vibing?
Like, you're like trying to pinpoint like a creature in there and you're not finding anything.
I don't sense any creature in there.
If we want a bit of control, I don't think that thing was chasing after us. We could all go over there, and Mary could touch it. She's not. I can dismiss her so that she wouldn't get hurt. So again, Bears, as someone more connected with Earth, might be a bit more viable to interact with this object. But we respect your input, Achan, and definitely do not wish to engage in another deadly battle considering how tough that last one was. So it might be best to just leave these alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Usually I'm not one to leave a stone unturned, but if the stone being turned reveals another rat, I am out of here.
I mean, that is another plan. Touch it and run. If anything bad happens.
True.
I could also use my kinesis to close the way.
Let's all step back, get some distance. Bears can touch it, and if nothing happens, great. If a hostile entity appears, we'll book it and close the passage behind us so it can't follow.
I feel like with an earth elemental, it would. Maybe we try the other one.
If we're going to do the air one, then perhaps Mary can touch it, because again, I can simply dismiss her back into the ether so that we don't have to worry about leaving her behind. You can immediately shut the hallway without having to worry about it.
I don't.
The Earth one would be
I
your
can't say I'm
benefit.
pleased about the idea of leaving the kid behind, but
Oh no, she just he sort of taps the mark on his arm, his little teddy bear arm. She technically goes into here.
I'm not
She
about
wouldn't
to
be left
question that
behind.
logic. Okay.
We all get back into the hallway.
Bears is gonna stay about here-ish. Wait for Achan to move through before using their base kinesis to mold the rock. They specifically have proliferate, which allows them to create 5 feet of additional rock. So they'll start closing down the end of the hallway into the smallest area that they think name fully escaped me for a second. Mary could fit through. And just once they're ready, they nod to Mary and hold a pose about ready to close the way if anything bad happens.
I'll use an action to share my senses with Mary so that I can see what's going on as she reaches to the orb of wind and touches it.
All right. As soon as you touch it, a rush of wind fills the room, carrying a voice like whisper. But no one can hear it but Mary and Urgo with the shared senses. Mr. Mittens. Because the stone is kind of like deafened everyone to hearing this gentle voice that runs through the room. You, however, hear, "Call upon the wind to gain my blessing and soar through the sky."
Mary, as any little girl, being told, "You want to fly?" Just goes sparkle anime wide eyes. I call upon the wind.
He calls upon the wind. She gets to fly 40 feet as an action.
Okay. How long does that last?
That's it. She used it.
Waka waka.
Well, you said call upon the wind to gain the blessing. So
Yep, the blessing is that you spend an action to call upon the wind, and then you can fly for your next action.
Huh.
Okay.
That would,
I guess
So she, very, very fitting for a child, immediately used it. Like, she just like...
well, again, this is a misunderstanding on my part.
Okay.
I thought you had to call upon the wind, and that transfers a blessing to Mary for her later use. Not, oh, now you've touched the orb, you have the blessing, and when you call upon the wind, it consumes this blessing. I thought you had to call upon the wind to gain the thing for later use.
No. It's
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
It's call
So
upon the
very-
wind to gain my blessing and soar through the sky, as in like immediately. It gives you a special ability that you can use in the next 24 hours. By spending an action to say that, which Mary being very excitable.
Just flies through the air, through the little hole past bears. Shh. Mr. Mittens, I can fly! Except that reaches the end of the 40 feet. She just belly flops into the shallow pool of water.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah. Probably should work on your form a little bit if you're planning on flying again.
I believe that was only the once.
what
Yeah.
are we? What?
You sense the magic of the blessing is immediately gone after doing that.
That was just the once. I'm going to peer out through the hole. Is the wind orb still radiating magic, or is it dimmed?
It's still radiating magic.
Mary, go touch it again.
She touches it and hears nothing.
Okay.
Hachan, do you want to try touching it? Maybe it's just something that was only used. Oh, it was only. She can't use it again, but maybe someone else could. Flight might be good for you.
Why is your immediate suggestion for me to use it and not you?
I mean, I can.
Virgil wordlessly walks past and, at being 2 feet tall, is able to fit through the hole that Mary did. And he climbs up and touches the orb.
You hear nothing.
Huh. Anything?
There was no sound.
Huh.
Well,
Well,
given-
that sounds. Hey, Virgil.
Were we not?
What? Were you about to go touch something? Or.
Motherfucker
Were we
got
not?
caught.
Were we not also testing the Earth orb?
Maybe.
I feel that, again, bears would be the one to benefit most from that if we are going to do that experiment. But I don't know if we want to push our luck.
Perhaps not. I don't know. Sorry for stepping on you. Y'all are all so short.
Yeah.
Nothing happens, unfortunately.
Kicks a rock, steps back.
Very well. Walks right through the frickin' tiny hole again.
To be
Well-
fair, I'm not completely opposed to touching the Earth one now that there's a 50-50 chance of.
I would say it's actually higher chance of it being good. The wind orb didn't produce a creature upon approach, just like the fire one did, and we have approached the earth one, and it didn't produce a creature. So odds are it is more likely to give a blessing that spawns some sort of creature.
Perhaps the water orb was
Maybe.
also malevolent before it broke.
That is quite possible.
Oh, hey, Nicholas.
Or perhaps the fire one wasn't necessarily malevolent in the first place, but was just, in fact, a cornered rat.
Yeah. I mean, I think it should have taken a less intimidating form than a rat if it wanted to survive.
Perhaps the intimidation was to attempt to survive.
If
Regardless,
it was cuter.
What's the consensus? Am I touching the big marble or no?
Fuck it. Do it.
Yippee!
Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball.
They
We
push
all-
the
we touch
the hole
the
to
earth
be a little bigger so
ball.
that they can make through, and excitedly trot over to the orb. I can't see anybody, and nobody can see them, but they're like shrug, tap.
Tap, you start to hear grinding and grumbling like boulders falling down a hill. Amongst this cacophony, you hear a voice like the grindings of stone. Call upon the earth to gain its strength. And you feel empowered. You can spend the action to call upon the earth. And until the start of your next turn, all melee strikes get next to 2 damage from a sudden surge of strength.
Oh,
Nice.
Good to know that
So it's
if
like-
we had used it fighting the rat, that wouldn't have mattered because we did not roll high enough to hit.
Yeah, we just couldn't hit it. The
Yeah.
damage buff wouldn't have mattered.
Would not have mattered, no.
Bears checks themselves over a little bit, notices that no one's really looking, pulls a big rock out of the wall and so that it slams into the ground behind the orb and just goes ah! in an attempt to scare everybody.
Ah. You want to roll for that?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I'm probably, if this is like a will save, I'm not gonna.
Roll your deception, and everyone else roll perception.
Okay.
Hydrate.
It's a flat roll for me. Hey!
Ah. Hey, where's mine? Oh, there it is. 10.
So, yeah, Mary and Mr. Bear is the only one that don't fall for it. For everyone else, it's like this just happened.
True.
You see Bears in the corner looking, peeking, watching the hole, and it's just like with a big buggy smile on their face. As you peek through the hole, they just go,
hey, it's fine.
You're quite lucky we don't just smack you upside the head.
I would deserve it.
Mary comes over, holds Mr. Mittens in front of her, and smacks you upside the head with the little stuffed teddy bear arm.
Oh,
Just squeaky toy noise. Like one of those toy hammers.
oh my
Bears
God.
just keeps giggling.
Well, I mean, at least it didn't go wrong.
I will say, if the water orb was hostile before it broke and there's water all over the floor, much like the fire one, I don't think we've encountered a water elemental, which means there might be one roaming around somewhere.
That is
Or maybe
True.
the water is the elemental.
We've been walking through it, so I very much doubt. But keep on alert.
well, maybe it's like that.
And it points to the ongoing fire near the fire orb.
Yeah.
I wonder what blessing that used to give.
Okay.
For the purposes of in case we need to go back here and I don't want to have to edit the map, like have Anu edit the map, Bears will return the tunnel to approximately the same shape as when they found it before moving on.
Hooray.
Oh, they will also armor up.
Washing.
How deep is the water right here?
Nah.
How deep is it? No.
It just was the different shade that made me. Seems to be more cavern.
Players will make their way to the front so that they can scout again.
Before we rest, do we wish to check that other side chamber?
Oh, yeah. There
There's
is
an
that.
overpowering stench in this chamber, like rotten fish
Ooh.
mixed with oily sweat. The warm,
Oh, it
humid
smells
air
bad.
only adds to the foul atmosphere. Unlike the previous chambers, this one appears to be a natural cavern, dotted with limestone stalactites and stalagmites, making it hard to see where the room ends.
Vote we check out bad smell after we check out other cavern room.
That sounds alright by me. Anybody else have a preference? Okay.
Once again, defend action.
We'll scout.
Oh, okay.
Exploration actions are fun.
Yep, you turned right around.
Mm-hmm.
They're just
We
doing
went the other way.
Wurzel's like just quick peek into the room, like, okay. Like he's not even gonna get past the doorway too much.
Sorry, GM. I know you were prepping the room ahead, but that place smells, so we're going the other way. No.
Yes, you skip the side cabin and go back to the work chambers.
Yeah.
Just to check it
Just
out.
a quick peek into the room to see if it goes on.
While much of this rectangular chamber is in ruin, the center contains a fountain of pristine water with something glittering at the bottom. In the middle of the fountain is a marble statue of a mermaid, her lips pursed as if she were about to blow a kiss or maybe whistle. Each corner of the pool has some sort of mechanism embedded into the stone. The one in the southwest corner appears to be smashed.
Freaking loot bug dance. Does it continue?
Looks like there's something to the right. There's also like rocks. I'm gonna step into the room.
Alright, make me a perception check, please.
Okay. Okay. 16.
16. You're in the doorway, so Bears also make a perception check, please.
Yeah.
Okay. This is strange wording. It's like when the heroes enter the room, like because one person in the party has entered, does that mean I should ask everyone for the perception check? Like, it would seem weird for those not in there, or not at least with a line of sight. Yeah, you don't notice anything on you.
So, question is, do we progress this way or double back to other chamber? I am not good with options. Freaking complete the map thing with me. It's like, which way's the side quest? Which way's the main quest?
I mean, you had to clear a barricade to go that way.
Mm-hmm. But freaking, my mind tells me, hey, this feels boss roomy with the smell and all that. Or something's dead there.
Oh,
I mean, remember the last thing we encountered when we cleared a barricade?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard that. Oh, from on, and it's like, well, shit.
I mean, I saw everyone lining up behind me, so...
Which one
Alright.
stop? Like, okay, what are we doing? Ugh, come on, I gotta roll high.
I guess that works. It is a perception check for initiative.
Okay. Oh yeah,
There's-
+1 because of scouting.
Yes.
Well, it's actually not combat. I just gotta keep track
Oh.
of turns. It's a turn
Oh.
order, not just a combat tracker.
My roll was a 17.
Yeah, I'm using the perception checks you made when you enter the room.
Oh, I see.
So I'm not part of that.
Well, because it's been triggered now, we have to go into turn order. So,
Huh.
I'm just using it so that I keep track. At
Gotcha.
turn, there we go. Which works because perception
Sure,
checks
it's nice
are.
that we all rolled 16, though.
Yes, definitely. Okay. Wait. Huh? Okay. Oh, geez. Okay.
Not sounding good.
I'm just gonna add this dead kobold in terms of the trap's turn. Because it rolled 29.
Oh,
I'd put Aki at the top for being in a room. Whose Harvest Stone is closer? That makes sense. Alright, so. The trap is triggered.
Oh,
The southwest corner's little mechanism's been destroyed. Okay, the mermaid trap will start us off. And we're gonna roll. Okay. The mermaid statue spins towards you, Aki, and fires a high pressure stream of water at you.
ah,
Critical failure. You managed to dodge it.
okay.
The whack goes Neo. Uh,
uh, okay.
Alright, Yep.
There was some sort of water.
It literally
Oh,
looked at you and freaking sprayed from its pursed lips a high pressure jet of water.
mermaid used hydro pump.
Mhm.
looks like there's like traps in this room.
Yes, you saw the mechanisms on the four corners of the fountain. One of them's been destroyed.
Gotcha.
One in the southwest. So you're standing next to one of the still operational mechanisms.
Gotcha. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can disable a device using my my
Thievery
thieves
check?
tools. Man,
The mechanism is very complex, and though you take a very brief moment to try and figure it out, you haven't quite got your head around it yet. You prod and you poke, but you're not seeing the exact part where you need to deactivate it.
well, okay.
Let's see, Oh, apparently it's 2 actions to try and disable it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright then. Do you wish
That's
to ride or anything, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
I figure if I'm standing where it triggered, then standing here prevents my friends from accidentally standing on it.
Okie dokie. Bears. This stone is not friendly.
Bears is not 100% sure what to do here.
I mean, you do see that
Yeah.
one of them has been smashed.
Yeah. Bears is gonna sidestep into the cavern so that anybody else who wants to get in is able to. Let's go right here. Using an action to stride to there. And then oh, it'd be fuck it, yeah, okay. Bears is gonna send a rock hurtling towards the one in this corner because Aki's working on the one in the bottom right. Using a 2-action elemental blast. I could step up to it and then increase. Yeah, that's fine. I already said I'd do it.
You hit it, but it's pretty tough rock and doesn't seem to actually do any damage.
What? Okay.
Like, there's not
Oh.
enough force behind it to actually get. AC for an inanimate object. It didn't dodge or anything. You just didn't hit it hard enough.
Ah. Alright. That was action stride, bonus action, not bonus action, fucking 2-action elemental blast. That's my
Okay.
turn.
My turn. Mr. Mittens is going to hop out of Mary's arms, striding. Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Holy crap, the bear's on the front lines.
People are going to be disabling traps. Kind of should be the one, like, Barry's not about disabling traps. So, ostentatiously, she's probably better at it because it's what, thieves stuff?
It's a thievery check.
Disable device. Yeah, guess what? As a stuffed animal without fingers, it's kind of difficult to do that kind of thing.
I mean, hey, you rolled better than the person who actually has fingers.
Rolled yet? It's 2 actions to disable the device, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yep, I see it. Right then. So, which ones are whole? Achan is working on that one. This one's
Yeah, that one's active. It's just the southwest one that's just been smashed.
all right. So it's the
Northwest, left.
northwest and northeast.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were repeating, but Oh,
No, I was saying which ones are still active.
oh my bad.
Because they're in the four corners. Well, no. Let me see something here. I am going to spend my other two actions to do a forbidding ward. Maybe. So, forbidding ward is one ally. I targets one enemy and one ally. I ward an ally against the attacks and spells of an enemy. I'm not sure if a trap counts as an enemy.
No, I don't think it would.
I was trying to get about some extra protection from the trap. In which case, I'm just gonna stride again for another action.
Put
Get
it
over
on
to here and prepare
suspense.
myself to
By the way.
yeah, prepare
Okay.
myself to start working on this trap, and then I'll have Mary stride. Get to there. That's it.
Alrighty. Reversal.
Virgil's gonna stride to here-ish. And can he use his... He's trained in crafting. Can he use that in any way to try and disable this device? Like, look at the mechanism, see how it's built, and all that.
I mean, we have the... I think it's called help in it. What is it called?
Aid?
A...
Otherwise, it's me just trying to repair the broken bit.
Trying to repair the trap.
Well, we don't sign it off. That's why I'm trying to use crafting knowledge to try and figure this.
I mean, you can make a thievery check yourself, or you can just provide aid.
Here we go. Thing is, disable a device is a trained skill action, and Wurzel's not trained in thievery, so I can't. Cool thing about Pathfinder, some actions are locked behind being trained with skill.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to use my crafting knowledge to be like, can I help by identifying how the device works using crafting?
Yes, and I said you could use the aid action.
Okay, where is that?
Basic actions.
Okay, that is a reaction, so...
Yeah, but you have to prepare to do that.
Okay. So yeah, I'll prepare to aid.
Yeah, so use an action to provide aid, and you can use your reaction to actually give that aid when it happens.
Yep. Yeah, 2 action ready.
Alrighty.
That's it.
Yeah, so when you give your aid, you'll use your crafting knowledge.
Yeah.
Your aid skill check. Okay.
I guess it's back to the trap then.
The trap. Let's roll that dice.
Oof.
Alright, let's just also roll a d6 for no reason. 4. It suddenly whips around and it does a full 180 degree spray sweep of the west side of the room. I need a reflex save from Mr. Mittens.
I see. Oh no.
You can do it.
I have a minus in dexterity, I want you to know.
Oh. You take 7 bludgeoning damage as you are just in the face by the water jet.
All right, let me see if I can figure out how this. Mr. Mittens, no! Yes, Sky. Essentially.
I love dog hose.
Okay. Aki. Achan.
Well, I guess I'll try to do it again.
Yay!
Alright.
Also, side
So-
note, you're adorable.
Oof. Thank you.
So does
Bam.
Don't think my aid's gonna do much.
Uh,
I'll still roll it.
$14.
That's a failure.
oh,
So
well.
no bonus.
No bonus. No bonus. Bears!
Step. Wham. Oh. Oh, we're good.
Alrighty. You go to attack the mechanism on the fountain.
I think use a 2-action one. Elemental blight. Okay.
Oh no.
Is that worse than my last roll?
No. One better.
Yippee! I'll take it.
The dice don't like y'all today.
No.
You know, I know.
Bears misses and just punches a rock full force with their hand and just ah!
I know what'll fix it. There.
Hex tiles. Yippee!
We do have those hero points.
That's true. Pathfinder hero points.
Anyway.
Uses a hero point to re-roll a miss on an inanimate object.
I saw a pretty convincing argument for switching to hexes, but still.
Yep. Saw that too.
Yeah, I'm kind of all for it, but I wanted to run that by all of you first. But let's not. We'll talk about that between games.
Yeah.
I also just like the look of hexes personally more. Alright. You attempted the
Took a step,
thing.
whammy, failed.
Yep.
Gonna pull out my little wand, smack it a couple times, and sonic screwdriver.
You're gonna fucking what?
Guys, I'm glad I'm not alone. Yeah, you're gonna pull out your wand and smack it?
Oh my god, dude!
I don't want to picture a teddy bear doing that.
It's one of
All right.
those framing
Paddington.
jokes that like
Oh my
Come on.
he pulls out the wand, smacks it a few times, and then it was like, "What are you doing?" And then he actually lifts it up so you can actually see the actual wand subverting the expectation.
Yeah, he's reaching down between his legs to do this. So we can't see it from behind.
And it's perfectly innocent.
What the hell are you
It's just the
doing?
framing. Like
I feel like
Holy shit!
I'm glad I amused you, but I did specify he has a little club that is made of wood that he uses. It's akin to the sonic
Oh, so
screwdriver from
you're
Doctor
smacking
Who.
your wooden club.
alright.
Children.
He
Nah.
grabs his little wand, smacks it a few times.
Don't make me use this on you guys too. It's a 15-foot cone.
Oh my god, that's quite the blast radius.
Time for someone within gunshot distance.
Oh god. Sky,
I'll see myself out.
I would high five you if I could.
Alright. Okay, go right ahead.
My throat hurts from laughing too much. I cannot actually do this. It specifies that only creatures can hear. I thought I could just sonic blast. Curses.
Hmm. Damn.
You know what?
That was
Mary's-
great. I love it.
Mary's gonna stride over and do a furious strike on it.
Smash! You smack the stone, but not quite at a good enough angle to get it to like actually chip anything or break anything.
Okay. That's everything. She used an action to stride and then 2 actions to strike.
Okay. Where is the...
Seeing everybody else like he is. Should I just attack it?
Really added to the words of power.
With honor.
With honor, yes. Thank
Welcome
you.
to the Hall of Fame, motherfucker.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. You stand with the likes of
With the likes of Bears is gonna huck to
yeah. Those are the peak of humor. Yeah, I mean words of power is criminally underused, to be fair.
Yeah.
Achan, should I just attack the mechanism?
I mean, worst case scenario, the water pressure is like blows up. But like, I don't know. You can go ahead and do that if you want.
Yeah, Versal is not smart with a -1 intelligence, so seeing 2 friends strike, he's gonna attack the frickin' mechanism.
Go for
While
it.
also trying to avoid Aki's fingers.
Okay.
17.
You hit it, but not in a way that actually damages the rock.
That's first action. Second action.
Nope.
Ugh. Screw it.
So close.
Clang, clang, clang.
Clang, clang, clang. You start seeing little freaking welts in your sickle.
We'll have to repair this. That's all I got.
You know what? Would one of you like to roll the traps D10? Or don't you want the responsibility?
I mean, I don't mind. If this is anything like the frickin' rat fight, we'll each get a turn to roll it.
Roll a D10 for me. 7. Alright. The mermaid turns, facing northwest, and sprays in a 90-degree cone in that corner, and then continues into the northeast, then into the southeast,
It's all of us.
and
right?
stops there. Everyone make me a reflex save.
I need to double check a thing. Well, let's do the saves first.
Hey, frickin' another Neo thing from Achan.
That's
My train.
Mary's save, and here's Mitten's save.
Oh.
It's not very dexterous.
No, he's not. He's a stuffed animal. 6 damage, huh?
6 damage to both you and Bears
Huh.
as you get water jetted 3/4 of the room.
I gotta double check how it works with.
I mean, if she picked up Mr. Mittens as part of that, then I'd
No,
say
she was attacking.
she was attacking. Then yeah, then it would work as you did it.
Like, Mr. Mittens was behind Mary. She dodged out of the way of the water, and he's just like, wait, why are you.
Hi, Ulhatiki. No,
Couldn't see it because.
The art is a placeholder right now until we actually get art done. But we have a Tanuki, a Surky, yep, Leshy, yep. And the current icon you're seeing right now is an Eidolon. You want to see the stand user? There they are.
Gosh.
It's a teddy bear.
Being a stand user is something that somehow it was never done.
But yes, welcome, welcome. They are currently dealing with a trap that's just trying to spray them with water to death. Alright. Achan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, second verse, same as the first.
Alright, thievery check.
Except the first verse was also sung extremely poorly. 16. Or I rolled it in the other thing. Damn it. I forget to press the button.
Okay, then roll it again here.
10.
Common object.
Oops, that's the wrong button. But it's the same result.
Thievery. Yeah.
Yeah. Disable device.
You still have one action left if you want to give it a smack.
Yeah. Giving it a smack seemed to... Does it look like it was damaged at all?
No one's managed to damage it successfully yet.
Let's see if my katana can slice it in half. Actually, I can't do that because I'm not proficient in it while I'm not using my spell. So
Okay, fair.
all I have is my dagger. Which I guess could work. My fists are actually just as good. So I'm gonna try punching it.
Okay.
24.
24, you hit.
3 damage.
You hit it and you hear like a crunch and some dust comes off, but it's pretty hard rock and it seems to only be taking only take superficial damage from that.
See.
But it's very hard.
Okay, well that's my turn.
Okay. I suppose you could also do the thievery check aid. Back and forth. But anyway.
Yeah.
Bears! That water hurts.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, I got nothing else but wham bam thank you ma'am, so I'm gonna do that again.
Okie
2
dokie.
action elemental blast.
Oh. Just roll above a 10. Come on, let them do this, dice. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
at least the door didn't close behind you if things get real bad.
Yeah. 1 action elemental blast.
No,
Okay.
that would have worked if you had the full modifier.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh.
First action, boost Eidolon spell cantrip to get extra damage on Mary, and then Furious Strike.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. Because of the boost Eidolon, this is 2d8 plus 9.
$15.
Is fire damage? I don't know if that changes anything.
Doesn't say that it does, so no.
Okay.
Alright, you
15
do see
fire
the fact that
damage.
because it's solid stone, though, it takes a bit less damage than you would expect. Purely from how, like, tough the material is. But you think another good hit like that, maybe a little bit more, and looks like it should break.
Yeah. Let's see if I survive. That's all I got.
Brazil.
Once again, just slashing at it.
Alright. 24 hits.
All right. 9 damage.
9, you managed to chip it just a little bit.
Yeah. I got 2 more strikes.
No.
Nope.
Hey! That hit.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, so that is a crit.
Oh.
8, 16. Okay, that one, yeah, that one looks like it's like partially broken.
Woohoo! Where's the crit against the freaking fire rat?
Alright. Nice job. Who wants to roll the dice next?
I'll take it.
Alrighty, D10 please.
9.
9. It's an even number again. I need reflex saves from Mr. Mittens.
Weak to fire. Just
Mr. Mittens and Mary, because they're in the same space.
Right, yes.
Let's start with Mittens.
Yeah, that's a save!
Well, let's now check with Mary.
That's not a save. 6! Like,
Cool.
you throw yourself on the floor, you dive, like, you get down, and then, like, as you get down, you're on the floor, you look up, and you see Mary just like, "Blah!" Like, it's just slow
Mary's
motion.
just like all excited that she's like, look, I hit it! And like a fire being put out by a hose, she vanishes as I drop to 0 hit points.
Oh, shit.
Heck. Okay. Kid's dead again.
So dramatically, like it's like a weird character you've been like brought to love, just dying in a cutscene, despite being really badass in actual gameplay. Like, just,
Yeah.
I will get her up.
Well, I'm starting to think that maybe we could just walk through this room instead of.
Yeah, but if we're gonna go back and check
but-
out the smell cave,
We've come this
Again.
far.
We are also going to have to come through it again.
Yeah, that's true. But do I have? Wait, I have a spell for this. Don't I? Oh,
Maybe I
that's
can use
2
my kinesis
actions.
to close the mouth and make it so that the water can't come out.
Maybe. Well, I'm gonna try and do it again. 20.
20. Click, click, boop. You've disabled that corner.
Good. Then I have one more action. Do I know where the other triggers are?
The 2 northern corners.
I see. I'm gonna stride around here.
You see Mr. Mittens in like a very blood pool looking puddle of water.
Gross. Well, that's my turn.
Alrighty.
I can cause an existing element to expand, create an equal quantity of the element in the same square as its source or in an adjacent square. Can I use that to try to shut the hole in the mouth?
Yeah. Do you have to be in melee range or is it ranged?
The range is 30 feet.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Bears is looking at this mechanism and is like, oh, duh! And then just, like, squishes their hands together, kind of like crushing the outside of a plastic bottle, and then the mouth just kind of like crushes shut. Oh, wait, no, they have little claws. Yeah, still. I keep forgetting they don't have, like, proper hands.
Yeah, just smash the little freaking claws together. Squish.
Yeah.
Alright,
And then just for posterity, they hit the thing with a 1 action elemental blast anyway.
go for it. 18
Fuck
hits.
you. Okay, let's... Okay. Where's the melee? Where's the melee? Oh, I hit the range attack. It's the same one. There we go. 7.
You hit it, but it doesn't seem to be quite enough force to get over the toughness of the stone.
Oh well.
Alright, Right, you're dying 1. And double checking on the blah blah blah. Okay. Okay. Orzel. This mechanism on this corner has stopped moving.
Varzel is going to stride 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's going to reach over and single action heal Mittens. So, 1 hit point.
Well, that's still enough.
Yep.
I'm no longer dying. I'm just wounded, I think it is.
Yeah, wounded 1.
And then sickle comes out. 25.
That hits it.
Max damage of 9.
Or, yeah. That doesn't do as much damage as it looks like it should.
Resistance.
It's just very hard material.
Yep.
Now here's the tricky part. Who wants to roll the d10 next?
I think it's my turn.
Alrighty. Three. It suddenly whips around, looking directly at you, Bears.
Oh boy.
And nothing happens. At least for a bit. And then suddenly there's a pang, and the back of the mermaid's head just goes with water.
Oh!
And from this point on, it's gonna continue to still like operate normally, but with the mechanism busted, it doesn't have the ability to really direct the water where it wants to. So it's kind of operating more like a normal fountain at this point. Can't get the pressure build up, you know? Just the water out of it every so often. Alright. You you defeated the mermaid trap.
Yay.
The very
It only almost killed one of us.
Yeah, if you hadn't sealed it up and it had done its fucking attack, oh my god, yeah, putting freaking Mr. Mittens in dying too. Oof.
Yeah.
Scary.
Very
Is there
scary.
XP associated with this?
Well, congratulations, you have defeated the mermaid. You get 80 experience.
Yippee!
Okay. Yeah, 764 we're at.
We're getting up there.
And you can still see all the shinies in the fountain.
Bears would like to help in a attempt to treat Mr. Mittens' wounds.
Okay. Yeah, that will definitely do it. Let's see, hold on. So you spend, was it 10 minutes for treat wounds? And yes, you lose your wounded property. Ah, yum, yum.
There is money in the fountain.
Was muted. So 11 hit points to Mittens.
Looks over at Bears. I'm waterlogged quite enough, thank you. The stuffing can only get so wet.
Mr. Mittens' weight has tripled.
Talk about 50 pounds soaking wet, am I right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Probably even less.
that joke was funny.
Wow.
Yes.
Bears will.
Yeah, that's a high bar for most of us.
Bears will gingerly collect the money in the fountain.
You collect all the money in the fountain. Counting it out. That is.
Am I able to do math today? Let's find out. The answer's no.
Leave the math to Mittens.
28 copper pieces. 8 silver pieces and 2 gold pieces.
That's divisible by 4.
That's pretty easy. Yeah. It's 5 silver out of the 2
It's 7
gold
and
pieces,
7.
so-
Copper and
Yeah.
silver.
Oh yeah, because it's 28 in both, yeah.
Yeah, 7 and then 2 plus 5. Yeah.
So, one person.
7 silver, 7 copper each.
Unless we want to divide it by 5, but I think we have established that Mary doesn't count as an additional person for the purposes of splitting cash.
Does not. She does not
Yeah.
count. Not for the purposes of loot.
If she could have stayed alive longer, you could have possibly tricked us into believing she was another person. Though actually, that wouldn't have worked because we wouldn't know that the teddy bear is a person.
Yeah, because like it'd be Mary's getting a share. Mr. Mittens, of course, does not get a share. She might have insisted on it, but like,
Yeah.
where's Mr. Mittens'
be
share?
Sure, you can have the share for your teddy, and give it
Everybody gives up 1
1
copper for it. Yeah.
yeah, same wavelength.
Exactly.
You give 3 copper to Mr. Mittens, and it's immediately that's how you find out. He's like, I don't even wipe my ass for 3 copper. What the fuck is this?
Oh no, it's the rough inner city one.
So, if we take it another hour, I can treat wounds again on Mittens.
Also, this entire time, the mermaid does keep turning around trying to do shit. But it's just like
Every once in a while we get
normal.
splashed.
No, it's not even like can't even get that much pressure because it's such like a
It's
wide
like a
opening
lawn
on it now.
sprinkler.
You know those fountains where like it looks like it barely has enough pressure for the water to get to the top, so it's just kind of like bloop 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 at the top rather than actually like shooting up.
Oh yeah, the burbling fountains.
Yeah, burbling ones.
Yeah.
As you can see, like where the water gets like compressed into the jet is all in the head part.
That was a creative way to destroy that.
It worked.
The fountain shoots powerful water jets at you from its mouth, and Bears goes, "What mouth?"
Speak no evil.
God, that gives me multiverse of madness vibes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like Black Bolt.
Yeah.
Black Bolt could kill you with just a whisper from his mouth, Wanda. What mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so terrifying.
But yeah, are we waiting another hour for me to treat the wounds on Mittens again?
Are you?
Are we?
That is the question to the party.
I don't mind.
I drink a potion.
I mean, the The treating
I wanna
wounds
hold
is
on to it
a
for a fight.
non-finite resource.
Mhm.
Mhm. It is infinite.
Yeah.
Theirs is also not at max HP, so we could spend a couple hours licking our wounds if we wanted to, but we could be already
Yeah.
up into
Yeah,
the latter
I mean,
hours of
or
the
we
day.
can take. Uh,
And seeing
or we can
that,
just take 10, and I can heal everyone.
Is that a resource, or is that just something you can do?
It's a focus spell, so I get it back every 10 minutes.
That works for me.
Yeah, I'm down for that too.
All right. So
Yeah.
we're gonna sit here and wait for the focus spell to come along.
Roll. I mean, this is going to be enough anyway, but 29
So
healing.
while you're sitting there, off to explode in the fountain, this door over here comes open.
Oh.
And not sooner that it opens, you hear, "Ah! Ah! Intruders! Ah!"
oh boy.
As you
Uh-oh.
Do
see
we
a
at least get
kobold.
the healing?
Not really, because they heard the explosion of the fountain. They came to investigate.
Okay. Well,
What if I just locked him in there? What if I base kinesis, proliferate, and close that fucking thing?
You just shh. 1 minute.
It's like, shh.
Hold
Give
on.
us a
Time
minute.
out.
I mean, I can still just cast the spell and just have it on throughout combat.
Okie dokie. It's
So,
it's not just an
these
empty
rolls
cave where
are
you can
maxed
stop
out.
in every room.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That is a thing.
I like being nice to you guys, but also there's no challenge if I
Yeah.
don't
Don't
make you have to
challenge
think.
us.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, it is 10 minutes to end time. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna put this here, and then you have a room to deal with. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yay.
He's still on the GM layer. Are they not on the GM layer?
I can see
I
this
see
guy.
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can only just barely see them. Yeah.
fair enough. I
Yeah.
guess they weren't hit. Good. As yes.
Oh, I can see this guy though.
Oh,
I only see this one dude.
I see a couple.
I roll shit for initiative.
True.
And because we weren't doing exploration action, no +1.
Yeah.
We were doing the licking our wounds action.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's a lot of cobalt.
Holy fuck, dude. Thank. Okay, maybe I will. Maybe I will seal off the hallway, and we'll do it one at a time.
I mean,
Come on,
it is
motherfuckers.
bottleneck already.
Right?
Yeah.
It's already a bottleneck, so just
Well,
Bears and
maybe they
Versal
reached
take
that.
turns standing there just like ha, 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 hoo. Or heck, Versal just stands his ground right here while everybody just shoots over him.
I'm trying. I have to say, the focus spell for a summoner is not the best.
Yeah.
At least not until it hits freaking 3rd level.
Anyway, I am hungry.
mm-hmm.
Well, considering I do cast the spell, y'all get the 3 healing from the first round. And then I don't know. I kind of just want to sit here.
Yeah, like I said, Virgil's gonna
Yes.
post up in this door like chink, and just seed pod people, just like seed pod that first turn, then Rage Shield. Oh, Divine Lance. Chink, 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 chink. And if he gets too injured, he steps aside and Bears takes his place.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop.
I will say I enjoy being a summoner and with all the freaking shenanigans I'm doing with this character. But sharing one health pool between two characters is Jesus criminy.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Especially since
What?
like your hit point pool is not actually like a very tanky hit point pool.
It's not. I really need to get that feat that lets me cast that regeneration spell.
Oh.
It's a link spell too, so I can potentially just get it back.
So yeah, that's my turn.
Well, Mr. Mittens hasn't rolled his initiative yet.
Yeah,
I
we're,
did.
we're stopping.
7.
Yeah,
It's not the track.
it is time for.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Oh, I don't see you on that. Let me add you on manual.
Yeah, because that was a perception. Probably why.
Probably.
Oh, it says
It's the same.
initiative.
Yeah, but there's.
Oh, I
If
know,
you look
that's
at
Bears.
everybody
That's
else-
not Mr. Mittens the teddy bear. That's Bears the Bears.
That's bugbears.
So many bears.
Anyway, you settled down for some cuddle times, but I am going to have to get up so I can eat lunch and not starve.
Alright, let's find someone to raid. Well, this was
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, it was tough. The rat was very frustrating, but also satisfying to defeat.
Yeah. This game rules.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
does.
does.
It kind of gives
It's
the middle finger
hard.
to the concept of bounded accuracy, but that's also cool.
Yeah, try to get out like loads of attacks in such a short time. But anyway, as always though, please be good to yourself, excellent to each other, and critical hit your enemies. Mwah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.